I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special. That's why I'm strapped with my 45 special. Boy, I pre me together and them want chase like petal. Thank ya. I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special. Tell them me no fear, two fierce expression. Guy for no dirty mouth can't chase.
Hey yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's Tyler Marr, and that is,
Two Winters.
and this is
Talking shit with TNT.
what the deal, what the deal, what the deal. Yo, so it's Black History Month. Everybody got the background in my back. You know what I mean? We couldn't be able to be together. Our schedules kind of like was a little bit different, but we decided to still do the show tonight in different locations. We're trying to zoom shit out, so we'll see how this shit go. Yo, so how was your week this week?
Um, my week has been what it's been the last couple of weeks. I am growing tired.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say about that.
I always tell you, don't put too much on yourself now.
I am what is it? I'm a gluten for punishment.
I don't know, but I can't say that. I just feel like you just try to help people too much, and you need to just help yourself a little bit more. But like I said, this is Black History Month, and a lot of things going on in Black history and stuff like that. And before I get into the Black History Month on subject, I got something, that's kind of like in my head at the moment. You know what I mean? I ain't talked to you about earlier because it was there, but it wasn't really there. Have you noticed as you get older, like the people that you grew up with or the people that's your age, don't they look old as hell?
I can't say that about my class. I really can't. We age so freaking well. Some of us look like we only left high school maybe 3 years ago.
But you know what though? It's not really about my class that I'm talking about though. I'm talking about people my age look like they old as shit. And it's like, yo, like it's weird to me. I don't give a fuck. I'm 41. But I was in the store today because I was getting my snacks for the show because I'm hungry. And there's this woman in there, and she looked like she was in her 50s to me. And when we got up to the counter, this motherfucker said her birthday was 6/30/1979. Nigga, I almost died. Oh my God, we the same age.
But the question
I'm older than you.
But the question is, black or white?
Black. That's a crazy thing. Now, all right.
They had a hard life.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say this though. But it's almost more like she was like, she looked like a black 50-year-old, if you get what I'm saying. The black 50-year-olds don't look old, but with the wrinkles and stuff. But you can I thought she was older than me when I seen her. But I don't know. I looked at that. I was like, oh shit. Do I look that fucking old? Let me be going home and in the mirror, be like, oh my God, do I look like that? Oh my God, where the wrinkles at and shit like that,
I don't think you look old.
No, I don't, but I feel old, but I don't look old. That's a difference.
Where was this black person from?
Oh, here, somewhere around here. She was at the store on 52. Get off your phone. Nah, she was on the store at 52. She said, huh? She was on. She was at the store on 52.
I just don't see. They just had, to me, when black people aged out, you just say they had a hard life.
Yeah, because she was buying like a 12-pack of beer, so I was like,
I mean, she could be sharing it. She could be sharing it.
Yeah,
I mean, she have friends. Sometimes
she might have a friend. She might. Shoot, but I know black people. I know women who buy a 12-pack of beer and they drink that shit by themselves.
In a week?
In a day, nigga. What?
How can you fit that much?
Yo, I don't know. I really don't. And truth be told, I don't like beer. So, you know what I'm saying? I got beer from last year, 2 summers ago, in my refrigerator right now.
I like beer. and you sit up there trying to make some malted wine.
Yo, it may be malted wine by now. Yo, literally, I don't know if it was 2 summers ago, but it was last summer, at the very least last summer, where I was like barbecuing and shit. It's nothing I brought yesterday. Shit, we got one man. Look, I don't drink beer. And liquor, all that liquor that we had on our table on the past shows, gone out of here. You know, we had a good time drinking that shit though. That was fun.
Yeah, I helped.
You did.
I got a bottle over here, a little tiny corner, but
yeah,
I got something else.
All I got is some E&J, and I don't drink the E&J.
I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah, me too. Take the glasses off, but I don't know. I feel like, you know, I'm looking at our generation. It's just weird to me that you see people in our generation and they look like, you know, older, mature people. I'm
not in your generation though. I'm not. I'm a millennial.
This motherfucker only like 5 years younger than you're not even 5 years younger than me. What the fuck? Nigga, come on, stop.
Check it out.
Nah.
Check it out. I'm a millennial.
Barely.
Your generation, what is
Generation
it?
X. I'm Generation X. You know, I'm cool with it though. I'm cool with it though, because I'm not with this pussified generation that, you know, generation, millennials and shit like that.
We the millennials are we got a chip on our shoulder. We think we deserve everything.
Spoiled as hell. But do you really consider yourself a millennial for real?
I did for the longest, and then somebody said, "You know what? We're millennials." I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
I get the context of it. Don't get me wrong. I do get the context of it because, like, when you graduate out of high school,
02.
Yeah, so you would make it as a millennial adult. I get that. You know what I'm saying? And I barely made it under a millennial adult. I graduated in 98, 97, 98. But
you don't go by that year.
Huh?
You don't go by that year.
No. I'm just saying, like, the thing is, I feel like when it comes down to like millennials, and like I said, you barely make a millennial. You're not a millennial, like, in the classic sense. You know, I mean, you're an 80s baby by any other word, right?
I know, but anybody born from 81 to 96 is a millennial.
So you tell me that I missed out from being a millennial for 2 years?
2 years?
I was born in 1979.
Oh yeah, that is right. I'm trying to count your years to my years. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's true though.
We're not that close with years, but in the same right, it's like, all right, we both are mature adults anyway. You know what I mean? People our age got grandkids. Let's just say it like that.
Hold on, let me think about this shit.
Nigga, there's nothing to think about.
Only one that I know of so far has a grandchild.
That you know of so far. Doesn't mean nothing.
No, I mean nobody else got kids that's like old enough that's out there doing. Even though they could be, but You're
37, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sorry to throw your age out there. But
you're 42.
I'm 41. Stop.
You got to be 42.
Yeah, about to be it is. It's two different things. Anyway.
Nah.
Anyway. Nah. Oh, anyway, you get by the time 20 years ago, you were 17.
Yep.
All right, so add another 2 years. So 18 years ago, you were 19 years old. There are people having kids at 19. So there's people out there your age that are grandparents.
They are. I'm talking about my friends.
Of your friends,
people
yeah.
That I know.
Well,
one. And I just found that out this week.
Truth be told, honestly, my friend wise, I don't have no friends that have kids. I only have grandkids. You know, well, I got one dude, but he's older than me by 5 years.
There's a
Now,
lot of people younger than me. They no, they not. Do they have grandkids? Let me think. No, they don't have grandkids. They just have their children are a lot older. So yeah, only know one so far. I only know one that has grandkids.
Yeah, well, I'm in my 40s, so I got a lot of people who are having great grandkids right now. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I remember, especially when you knew who they were when they were in high school and shit. It's like, whoa, that's really ridiculous right there. But back to the subject of Black History Month.
Yay! I'm black. I'm black for the culture. For the culture.
All right, so period. You know, what do Black History? All right. Now, living down here, I was told that especially in this county that we live in, that they don't celebrate Black History Month. They call it Great American Month or some shit like that. Why? Why do you
I've
think
never heard that.
Yeah, I've been told that. Trust me.
I've never heard that, and I know they don't really teach Black History Month. They don't like when I was younger and I went to church. That's where Black History Month came from. Pretty much. That's what I remember learning the most Black history from was at our church during that time of the month.
Okay.
But to me, it's like, why not celebrate us all the time?
You know what? I feel you on that, and I get that part. But in school wise, it was always such a European centric history class that you had to have at least 1 month where you start to do it. And it's weird because I went to ghetto schools and then I went to a suburban school in high school. And I did notice that the subject matters in the ghetto schools were a little bit more deeper about Black history than in the suburban schools. Suburban schools, they may talk about Malcolm X a little bit. Martin Luther King, what they do, like they love Martin Luther King. Man.
Everybody loves
Rosa Parks, you know what I mean? But they don't really teach you about Frederick Douglass, you know what I mean? They go through a little bit about Harriet Tubman. They don't talk about W.E.B. Du Bois. They don't talk about Marcus Garvey.
They didn't talk about Marcus Garvey, but he was in there.
Yeah. They'll skim over some things. They talk about Dr. Drew, the one who invented who made it possible for blood transfusions. But they didn't talk about that. But they'll skim through certain things, you know what I mean? But when I was going to the ghetto schools, we were able to really learn Black History Month,
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I do say, that I'm glad that I did grow up where I was growing up at, because I got to learn about Black history through my teachers and through my old heads. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm an old head now. That's crazy. But through my old heads taught me something. And like I told you, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, right? And I was in this group on Facebook, and one of the guys got on there and he said, Jehovah's Witnesses don't teach us about Black history. And he got onto a real thing. And, all these former Jehovah's Witnesses in the group, and they all like, yeah. They don't. And it's weird because I don't share that same type of experience, because even though being a Jehovah's Witness, I grew up in the ghetto, and these were former Muslims, former hood niggas, former Black people. Like, whereas most of these people, they grew up in a white area, so they didn't really get the full experience of being around Black people,
Gotcha.
So I was fortunate enough, like I said, I call it fortunate, you can call it anything you want, but I was blessed to be in an area where the people in the area really taught me my Black history. Unlike, in certain places where you be at, they don't teach you that shit. And that's I do give that up to that, you know.
Well, they didn't give us really too much of a Black History Month. Like I said, we learned our stuff pretty much at church, but I felt like church should have taught Black history because we are Black and be proud of ourselves all year around.
Yeah.
I don't see why they depicted a month just like the colonizers, just like they depicted a month, the shortest month of the year to be exact, that we celebrate Black History Month.
I feel you on that. And I think it was like almost trying to like throw you a bone, even though it's the shortest month of the year. Let's not forget that. But you know,
down here, that's one of the things that they tell you to be grateful for.
Yeah, shortest of be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful.
You have a whole month.
Whole month.
We celebrate y'all. You got a whole Black TV station where it's just y'all.
Have you ever heard a white person say, like you live down here, so you probably heard it. Have you ever heard a white person say, "Why ain't there a White History Month?"
Yeah.
That's the most retarded shit I have ever fucking heard.
Just like they say, we don't have a white TV station.
All your TV stations are white.
Exactly.
It's like, well, it took like Friends 10 years. It took Friends like 10 years to get a nigga on the show. How many niggas was on Friends? One Black woman.
Who?
I forget what her name is, but it was one Black woman. She was dating Ross. One time. Look it up.
No, I got the Google.
Google it up. I don't know. I don't remember her name. But it was one Black woman who was dating Ross. She's looking it up right now. Well, she looking. You know, and I feel like as time I do gotta say this though, I feel like as we get older, our Black naturalness is becoming more and more acceptable. You know, and she's still trying to figure out who the heck Ross was dating on the Black woman that was on Ross. Her name was a matter of fact, she was the woman. She was on that show. Whose Line Is It Anyway? The Black girl on there. Some of you all right?
They don't even have images. They don't have images of the girl on here. If she was on here, they don't have any images.
Her name is Aisha Tyler.
Oh, I see her. She's way at the bottom.
Yeah.
Way at the bottom.
Yeah, she was on there that long.
I've been scrolling for a minute.
Yeah, she was.
But I mean, that should be kind of monumental. To me, that should be kind of monumental that a Black person was on Friends. That should be like a Google thing, like a.
All right, so you do know, it has been said. I'm not going to say that it is 100% true or not because I'm not totally sure about it. But it has been said that Friends is just a knockoff of Living Single.
Yeah. But who was there? Who was first?
Living Single was first. And the original title for Living Single was supposed to be Friends. Now, I'm not just saying this. I actually read this. So, it's not something that's coming out of the clear blue sky. And they were upset about that. I think it was like this big old thing where the guy who played Ross, David Schwimmer, he was saying that they should make an all Black cast as Friends. And the girl, Erica Alexander, the one that played Pam. Oh, no, not Pam. She played Pam on the Cosby Show. She played Pam.
No, Maxine.
Erica, Maxine. Maxine Saul. The girl that played Maxine Saul said there was a show called Friends that was like Friends that was all Black. It was called Living Single. And the original title was supposed to be Living on Friends, but they changed it to Living Single. I always felt that when I read it, I found it very interesting.
Well, I'm reading it now because I just happened to come across it before You got to it. That's how I was able to follow your story.
Yeah, see. So I'm trying to grow my dreads out. I need a retwist. Hint, 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 hint. Retwist.
Don't be hitting at me.
Hint, hint.
You got somebody else did your hair last. That's go back to that person.
No. She's MIA. I can't find her. I need my friend back.
I'll find it for you because I know her mama's nail lady is my nail lady. So
no. Come on. I need my friend back.
I'm here. I've been here.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yes, my friend needs to do my hair. Yo, so I was thinking about getting lock extensions.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Because every time you see, I'm gonna point to you like this.
Hey, it is what it is. No, dude, look, I am 40. I got like a good 4 or 5 years. I can't wait to get no damn locks. What if my fucking hair fall out? What the fuck?
What if your hair fell out because you put extension locks in it?
Yeah, true. It's true. But I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. Yo, check this out though. For real, this motherfucker had the nerve to tell me that shit cost $600 just for the beginning. She didn't even tell me like the locks by just to do it. It costs $600. The locks cost like $4 a lock. I need 60 locks in my hair. That's an extra $240. That's $1,000 going to my head to do fucking extension locks.
Yeah,
go to my homegirl Tuesday, and she gonna hook me up with the retwist and the wash, and we gonna be straight, right, Tues? Nah, I know you hear me. I know you hear me.
Who you talking to?
I know you hear me. She gonna hook me up with the retwist. You know what I mean? But it's weird, and like I said, I'm 41, and people think that I'm too old to be doing certain things. I ain't gonna say I'm in a midlife crisis because I feel pretty good. I feel like I said, I just feel like there are certain things growing up I wasn't able to do, and I feel like I was constrained. But I always wanted to get locks when I was younger. But like I said, the way I was older when I was young, I was doing something, and it didn't allow for me to have that. You know what I mean? That was one of the things that was like taboo from where I was coming from and the lifestyle I was living at the time, But now that I'm not doing it, I really am. I always wanted to see what I look like with locks. I always do it. Even when I play my video game, I always have my character with like dreads coming down. Yeah.
You look different on the little avatar than in real life. But what if you get it and you don't like it?
Well, if I get it, then I cut it off.
It's $1,000.
Oh no! If I paid $1,000 for that bitch, I'm keeping that bitch. I'm gonna like the bitch. Trust me. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy because the reality is, a long time ago, I was working at when I first got out of high school, I worked in a diner, and one of the waitresses says, "You would look really nice with locks." At the time, I didn't think about it at the time. I was like, whatever. But it always stayed in my mind, like, what would I look like with locks? You know what I mean? And now that I'm getting older and I still have my hair, and I'm going through the ugly stage right now. I would like to see what my hair would look like if I had. In this video, my hair looks amazing.
My hair looks bluish.
It does. And I don't know. That was always one of those things, I was always interested in. I'm definitely, but I may not spend $1,000 on some locks, but I am getting me a new tattoo. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, though. The person who was telling me this, I was like, but you got tattoos. Why are you saying that? Why are you doing this? You're too old for that. But you got tattoos, though, and you only a couple years younger than me. But
when did he get his last tattoo?
What, like a year ago or two? Like, it just like is the person that basically was saying, why, if you didn't do it all your life before this, why are you trying to do it now? And I'm like, because I feel like I'm old enough. I'm a grown person, and I feel like I want this in my life right now. You know, I
Makes
don't.
sense.
You know, I mean, shit. Look at DL Hewley. He like he was a game. Even though he was a game maker, he looked like he had all the tattoos and the twist and all that shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Yeah.
you just feel like you want to change, and you don't. You're so tired of looking like the normal cookie cutter person. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It was funny. I was talking to somebody today, and she was like, "Oh my god, I'm getting ready to turn 40." I said, 40, as as scary as 40 was, I feel like at 40, I really got the chance to really have my own voice at things.
Hmm.
And I feel like, in a way, it took me some time to really learn who the hell I was. Now that I'm 40, it's like, okay, I understand. And I want to try this. And I don't give a fuck if I fail or whatever anybody think about it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I didn't have that before. So, sometimes 40 give you that perspective to be like, you know what? This is me. I'm cool with that. And I don't feel like changing that.
Cool.
You know what I mean? Some people get it earlier than 40, but a lot of people don't.
I have gotten there. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
40 yet, but I'm very. I feel like I'm very kind-hearted. I'm very generous.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like to help people.
Yeah. And then I
Now
feel
I
like,
do get to a point where I'll be like, okay, I done helped you enough.
mm-hmm.
You about to go fly on your own little baby bird, and I
And
tossed him out the nest.
it is weird because I feel like I told you before, I feel like with you give so much of yourself to people
Hmm.
that you gotta learn to give to be good to you, and a lot of times you're not be like, you worried about this person, that person, and I ain't saying there's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is, it's just when you're gonna take care of you and care about how you are and what you like and your peace of mind. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's easy. People, it's easy for it's hard for people to like. People look at you and they say, "Oh well, Two's going to do this and she's going to do that and she's going to take care of this." But nigga, take care of yourself before you worry about what's going on with this person, that person, that person. You know, that's my only thing. Period. If you're going to take care of
I
yourself,
try.
just take care of yourself first, and then
Right.
then when you take care of yourself, then you're able to really do what you have to do for other people. You know what I mean? But you can never, like, I don't know if you said it or anybody else, somebody else said it, but some like Cat Williams said this one time though. He was like, first of all, you gotta take care of your number one player. You gotta take care of yourself. And you get yourself stressing out about
Hmm.
what going on with other people, man. You ain't never gonna be happy because you too worried about what the fuck is going on with that person over there, what that person over there doing. Fuck all that. They be all right,
Well, I
Everybody
don't
be all right.
stress about it. I don't feel like I stress about it or worry. Um, it just feels like when a lot of stuff is thrown on my plate and it's from somebody else's table,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm drowning. So like a couple times this week it's been like, you know what? These ain't mine. And I just be
Exactly.
like, I'm not taking all this. I'm not doing it.
Exactly. Sometimes you gotta straighten the extra off the plate. You gotta be like, nah, I can't do this. I can't do it. Trust me. And trust me, I know how that is because sometimes you feel like you can do everything. And I'm guilty of that. Like I can do this, I can do that. And sometimes you gotta be like, you know what? I just can't do it. I can't. And you know me, I'm willing to help anybody out. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
don't give a fuck. If I can, I want to try to help you out to the best of my abilities. But I also learned that you can't help everybody. You know what I mean? And
Very true.
and at the end of the day, a motherfucker gonna do what they gonna do. And you're gonna have to let them go through the whole consequences of what the fuck they gonna do.
Which brings me to this other subject of when somebody is in a bad relationship or a poor relationship or the person that they're with is just, you know, dumb, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
How do you tell that person?
I don't know. I mean, I have bad experience with it. All right, for instance, I always feel like when it comes to my friends, I got a lot of female friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I tend to tell them the guy point of view of shit. But sometimes women are hard headed. Like they don't like to listen to what a guy has to say about shit because it's almost like it almost come off like you're hating or you wish it was you and you just trying to step on a nigga toes or some shit like that. I don't know what it does. I really don't know what it comes off as, but it's not really hating. But as a man, you see things that a woman won't see. Just like if I got a
Mm-hmm.
female friend and she sees something in a woman and she may see things that I don't see. But I feel like women gotta get really defensive. Like you can look at somebody and be like, a nigga can look at somebody, like your brother, your friend, your brother, your cousin, whatever. And you can look at a nigga that you dating and be like, that nigga ain't shit. You just explain to him a couple things about that nigga, he be like, he good dude, or that nigga ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of times, most of the time, he be right. You know what I mean? I know people who get into situations and stuff like that with people, and you look at the situation and be like, nigga, like, I don't think that's a good idea for you to be with that person. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like the more you tell them that, though, the harder they kind of hold on to that shit. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you have to use that reverse psychology, or just let them do what they're gonna do. Because in most cases, that's what they're gonna do anyway. I don't. Now, what if that person is dating somebody that you say ain't shit? That dude is a loser, pretty much. And how do you tell them that?
I try to be honest with them. I mean, I don't give a fuck what it look like, you know, hating or not hating. You know, and I don't say it in an ignorant way. I'd be like, you know what, though? Do you really think that you really like? I try to break it down to him, like, yo, this dude got this going, and you really think his attitude will go? And a lot of times, I deal with some very headstrong people, female wise, and I feel
Mhm.
like, in a way, you know, people you can tell people like, yo, this is not what it's supposed to be. You need to fall back a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And they don't listen to me though. They do not listen. They do not listen. I swear to God, they don't listen. But then when it blows up, you're like, you were right. You were right. Like if you had to listen to me the first time, you probably wouldn't be going through the bullshit that you're going through right now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I just feel like sometimes I can tell, like, you know, and you always hear this excuse, and you probably, if you got a guy friend, a guy probably tell you the same thing. I don't know for sure. I don't think guys talk like this though. That's why I'm not going to say it. Oh, every guy ain't like that. Every guy ain't like this. And they always try. Then they try to make it personal. Every guy's not like you, and I can honestly tell you, no, not every guy's like me. You know, there's no exact science, but there's certain behavior that guys do that, as a
That is
man, you know,
synonymous.
huh?
I said that's synonymous for a man.
Yeah, it's a certain behavior that a guy do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, hold on. Wow. But yeah, so it's like there's certain behaviors that guy do, especially if a guy's being a dog or if he really into you like that and shit like that. Wow, I just got some news. I had to tell you off air on that one.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, but yeah, it's like there's certain behavior that guys do that every guy know, like, yo, he playing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like I ain't gonna go through it because, you know, guy code can't say it. But you know,
Right.
I'll tell my female friend, my female friends. But you know, there's certain things that a guy would do, and you be like, you know what I mean? Like, he full of shit. You know, oh my goodness, he full of shit. You know what I mean? Or, you know, she be like, oh well, this and this and this and this and this and this. I don't know. I don't really think that's a good look for you. You know what I'm saying? And first thing they say is, because women, once y'all like somebody, you can't tell y'all shit. Once y'all like somebody, oh shit, it's just over. You can't tell y'all nothing.
But, I don't know about that.
I think that's just. You can't.
I think that's just a certain company you keep.
No. I see. It's not only female friends. I got cousins. I got sisters. It's like I got girls. I got girls all around me. It's not that. It's just the fact.
But I'm the opposite of that. I don't think that's a factual fact. Because I'm the opposite of that. Yeah. Who have you said who have I said that I was like, oh
no. First of all, let's keep it a buck. You haven't said nobody that you felt like going crazy over. So that's a little bit. I ain't gonna say it like that. No, see, you haven't came off like you were in love with nobody. So I ain't gonna say it's you. Now you do got that point. I'm not gonna say you. You don't come off as like you so in love and shit like that. But there are other females who talk to a guy. Oh, he's so nice. Oh my god, and he does this. And then you be looking at and as a guy, you looking at okay, cool, that's cool. Then they say something, and they be like sideways, like, really? That's what he told you about that situation? Do you believe that? Okay, well, all right. You want to believe it?
But I'm not like I don't know. Well, some women are like that because even another female try to give them some advice, it's just like, no, okay. But I've learned my lesson though. If you're a girl or a guy, and that other person ain't shit, you know what I tell them?
What you tell them?
Nothing.
You know what? It depends on if I care or no. If I don't care, I'll let you go. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, but if you my peoples, if I really care about you as a person, like if you were going down the wrong path and I knew you were going down the wrong path and I knew that situation going to cause you a lot of heartache and pain at the end of the day, you as somebody I'm cool with, I would tell you. You know what I'm saying? But if it's just some random chick and she telling me about her boyfriend this and her boyfriend that, you know what I'm saying? I really wouldn't like go into like, yo, you should be doing this or why are you going through that? In my mind, I'm like, well, this bitch crazy. But I wouldn't say that out my mouth. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just feel like, sometimes people fall for the flash and don't really see the substance in the shit. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like they got something, but we all slip up and make a mistake and show who we really are. It's just about believing who the fuck we really are. You know what I mean? And I'm nowhere near perfect. You know that. But when I sit up here and I be listening to him, be like, that don't make no sense to me. Like his story don't make no sense. It don't add up for a guy to act like that because normally guys don't do that. Well, I'm just saying, like, yo, a nigga knows when a nigga's for real, when a nigga's just bullshit with you. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga tell you that he got a situation going on, but he getting ready to leave. I mean, seriously, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, I ain't gonna say it's impossible, but it's just saying like, yo, like a lot of times niggas lie too. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta go by that. And don't get me wrong, women got game with them too. But I feel like women game is a little bit more slicker than nigga game. And nigga game is very obvious.
Who's is obvious?
Huh?
Who's is obvious?
What'd you say?
Whose is obvious?
Niggas, men. Men game is it's like, there's nothing slick about it. I'm sorry. We try to be slick, but at the end of the day, we kind of fall by the wayside though, for real. Like, really.
I don't think I have the capacity to like just because I mean, at this point, it's so common now, just like
You know
If
what
you got,
though?
if you
But the
got,
difference is, but I'll be honest with you though. Like with a guy though, or with a woman, y'all think about everything, and y'all look at y'all look at every in everything y'all do for the most part. Y'all look at every option, and y'all overthink to the point of overthinking it. You know what I mean? So y'all always have like a woman will always have her I's dotted and her T's crossed. You know what I'm saying? Where a guy, he just jumping into a dumb situation and tell dumb lies, and it's ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, you all fucked up, and you wondering why the fuck you fucked up. You know what I mean?
you did it to yourself.
Yeah, you did. You really did. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm a little bit off kilter because that news that just came on my freaking feed was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, yo, yeah, but you know what I mean? But I don't know. It just getting to the point, you know. I was asked yesterday, I told you I'm atheist, I don't believe in God
Hmm.
and stuff like that. And I was told the reason why I don't believe in God is because I don't want to have the responsibility of having to answer to somebody. And I'm going to say that's not what it is. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
feel like all right, there's certain things that as a person that you see that's happening in this world, and it's almost hard to be like, you know, I believe in God because God has blessed me so much, and I because all I had to do was do His will. And some people ain't really even doing that shit well. They say one prayer, and I always thought to myself, and this is a real thought: you think God give a damn if you got a brand new motherfucking house, a brand new car, you know what I mean, a baby father? Like, do you really think like? And it's not really like if there's a God and there's so much bigger shit going on. You got people in this world starving, hungry. You know what I'm saying? Who's not like who's being raped? For no reason just because they're female. You know what I'm saying? To sit up here and say, I think it's almost cocky and arrogant to think that God really give a damn about your little piddling problem or give a damn about having you have a car and money, materials. Like, what makes you think that you're more deserving than somebody else that have a blessing? You know what I mean? You think these people are not praying to God? And and they may be even praying to the God that you have. So to sit up here and be like, you know, I think it's an arrogance when it comes to it. And I get it. And this was my answer to it. It's always like I feel like God is a way for people to explain things that's going on in this world that they can't explain. So it's almost like I, for the past thousands of years, you could have explained
Hmm.
certain things, so automatically you made it a miracle of God. But it was something natural, but it was unexplainable. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I feel like, in a way, even now, as we are Christians, Muslims, and what is it? Christian, Muslim, and Jews are like the biggest um, religions in the world. They're the three major religions, all Abrahamic. But to me, even though these religions are really big right now, we look at those things that we call myths, like like the Greek gods or all them other gods that people say they are myths and they are not real.
Hmm.
And then you look at that and think, oh, that's just fake stories. What makes you think 1,000 years from now people wouldn't be looking at us like real? Oh my God, they really thought that was real? Oh my goodness, what was wrong with them?
It's possible.
I mean, come on, man. Certain things, and I'm not saying that what's like, most people in this country are Christians, so I can go by a Christian. I'm not saying that the things that was in the Bible did not happen.
Hmm.
I just think that certain things, certain events in the Bible are a little bit skewed to put God's name into it, so it can have a spiritual effect. And I still believe that the control that people say that I'm worried about is not really the control of God, more that the fact that we have people trying to control us through religion.
Hmm.
You know, but you know that's my 2 cents. You know, it's my 2 cents on that. How you feel on that? Because I know you're a Christian girl, church going deaconess.
But so that Christians choose Christianity because we want to answer to someone.
I feel like Christians. First of all, I think we choose most of the time. We as people, we choose our religion based on what we grew up as, for the most part. Now, there are some changes. You know, life situations happen, or we meet people and they help us change our mind on certain things. But most of us, a lot of people who grow up, you know, Baptist, you know, we get that from birth. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
know, and a lot of things that goes on, we get everything that we learn from our birth. You know, and we are taught that, you know, this is the way we're supposed to worship. And we all go through most people go through their whole life and they'll be the same religion forever. And they won't even look outside of that. You know, I mean, because that's how I grew up. And I feel like in a way, religion is part of your community. You know what I mean? You going to your church is part of you going to your community. You know what I mean? And that's why even in the South, especially in the South, you ever notice that churches are never really integrated in the South, you know? Black people go to their black churches, white people go to their white churches. Same religion. AME, you could be Baptist, white, black, different churches. Because at the end of the day, the church is your community. That's where you learn how to worship God through your church. You don't really you really don't know. There's a few people out here who will go outside themselves and look for other things other than what they got. And in my experience, growing up the way I grew up, a lot of people who end up changing their religion had to go through something really drastic to help them change their religion. You know what I mean? You'll never see nobody who just living life and life is good, but like, oops, I don't want to be Baptist. I'm gonna be a Zionist today. Or oops, I don't want to be I'm happy and I don't want to be a Baptist. I'm gonna be a Jehovah's Witness. Most of the people that you convert to a different religion, most of them are sad in the inside and they're looking for something they belong to.
But I don't even call that different religion. That's different, like saints within the same religion. Because, well, I guess Jehovah's Witness would be, but is that not Christianity too?
Yeah, it's Christianity. What I'm saying is your denomination changes. Like, you know, a lot of people.
Right, but a lot of people do that. My dad went from holiness to AME Zion. I know people that have gone from Baptist to AME Zion. I know people that have gone from AME Zion to Baptist or non-denominational.
A lot of times though, they do that not because they're happy though. You know what I'm saying? Even with my atheism, it's unhappiness of seeing what I'm seeing, and then it also goes through the reading of what I read, and when I learn something, what always baffled me is I always feel like, you know, you read the Bible. I forget the scripture right off the hand right now. It's been a long time, but it says all scriptures are inspired of God. But really though, are they? Because the scriptures that what I learned in my looking up at the Bible, especially the scriptures that are in the Bible, like we use from Genesis to Revelation, that had to be voted on by the church. Like those are not books that were automatically in the Bible. You know, they were actually added, and the church had to agree upon that. So is it God who agreed upon that, or a group of men who had an agenda agreed upon that? You know, like they I don't know, the History Channel used to have this a lot. I haven't watched the History Channel in a minute though, but they used to have a show called The Lost Books of the Bible. And
Oh yeah.
they had books that the church felt like it was too drastic to put into the Bible. So that's why they didn't do it. But you ever I mean, you went to college, you should know. You may know, you may not know. You ever heard of the Great Schism?
The Great what?
The Great Schism.
I may have heard of that.
All right, so this is how this is how the Christian Bible got together mostly, is the Great Schism is basically when it happened when Constantine was the emperor of Rome. And one guy said that the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost was one. And one guy said it wasn't. So the church was split up. So it was like, this is when Rome finally made Christianity the state's official religion. Before that time, Christians were getting abused, they were getting massacred, they were getting tortured, you know what I mean? But at this point, Rome had made Christianity the main religion. So it was a preacher in Africa and a preacher in Italy, and they had a disagreement. And the disagreement was actually that Father, Son, Holy Ghost theory. One said they were the same, another ones didn't. So it was a long beef. I don't want to really get into the whole beef, but what ended up happening was this brand new religion needed some unification, because back then, it's kind of like now, you had your different sets of religion. So what Constantine wanted to do was gather them all together and make one religion, which we know as a Catholic Church. But these people had different sets and stuff like that. So they met, all the cardinals, all the priests and all the cardinals all met, and they decided which scriptures to be canonized and which scripture wasn't. So they had a bunch of books, and a lot of the books didn't make it. There ended up being only 66 books of the Bible. And most of the books just did not make it. So, like, if you hear that type of history, so you telling me these people don't have no reason for their own interpretation of what God wants or what he don't want? And that's where I fall short when it comes down to, being religious and just saying, oh, I just don't want to answer to nobody. Because the truth be told, I did what I want to do anyway, religion or no religion. So it didn't really matter about answering to nobody. You know what I mean? If I was going to go out here and creep around, I'm going to creep around. If I was going to go out here and drink, I'm going to drink. If I was going to go out here and go to the club, I'm going to go to the club. If I was going to go out here and get high, we're going to get high. Now, I ain't get high off of weed in a long time, but you get what I'm saying? And that's just my other 3 cents.
About the religion.
Yeah, I feel passionate about it, but I feel like when you try to explain that to people, it's harder to explain to people because, no matter what I say to you, I don't give a damn how much sense I may be making. If it's indoctrinated in you, you're not going to want to hear it. And you're always going to find a flaw to it. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? Whereas I might can concede your point, but you may never can concede mine. You know what I mean? Because I think religion does give people hope who don't have hope. It's almost like a psychological thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just something that, for me, for my part, I don't believe in. You know what I mean? But
that makes sense.
We're going to end it off right there on that note, on a religious note, because somebody really feeling herself. I think her medication is starting to kick in.
Oh, it kicked in like an hour ago.
Oh, so that's why you're okay. But you know what I'm saying? This was fun. I like this. Doing it. It gave me some ideas from when we do the show. Sooner or later, we're going to get this live show together in our Facebook page up. Twos can do that. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna
when she get done twisting my hair, because she like doing things for people. When she get done doing my retwist, She gonna help put up there on Facebook on page. You know what I mean? But and like I said, I'm gonna start putting some extra stuff on there about my workout and my journey to trying to lose some fucking weight. Y'all gonna either watch me pass or watch me fail. Either way, I'm gonna put it up there in the coming weeks and see how it looks. You know what I'm saying? And if you like what you hear and you're having fun and you're enjoying it, you hit that like button. You can subscribe if you like. You know what I mean? Do your thing. All right. We appreciate it. You know what I mean? We're just new YouTubers. Oh God, I can't even talk. We're new YouTubers and we're trying to do our thing right now. You know what I mean? We're getting everything together. It's not always going to be perfect, but we're doing it. You know what I mean? But if you want to hit us up, All right. So at the end of the day, this is Ty Lamar, and that is
2 Winters.
And this is
Talking shit with TNT.
We out.